So Snoop Dogg found himself in a bit of hot water this week. He was up in Canada shooting some episodes for the TV show Trailer Park Boys, and he's being interviewed by the CBC up there. There was a female reporter interviewing him and a female camera person, which may not sound like a big deal, but it's imperative to the story. So Snoop's talking, they're asking him simple questions like, oh, what's it like shooting up here? How you like the TV show? And he's like, oh, everything's great. I love it up here. And then he took note of the camera woman and was like, I like your camera girl too. Like, damn, she's thick as hell. It has since come out that the camera girl and the reporter were very uncomfortable, have dubbed Snoop to be creepy and awkward. A lot of people online were saying, oh, they were being actually mean about it. They were like, you stupid bitch, you know, learn how to take a compliment. This is crazy. That's how Snoop talks. Don't worry about it. But she has a point. She's in a work environment and she's behind the camera and there's supposed to be no attention on her. Then Snoop shouldn't really be saying anything. Or if he did say something, it's not that big. I don't think Snoop meant any harm by it. I don't think he's a sexist or anything like that, at least not based on that particular action. Bottom line is, if this woman felt uncomfortable with it, she felt uncomfortable with it. We can't tell her how to feel about it. We can't say, oh, that's the huge rap star right now. He's been in movies. He's an easygoing guy. You have to take it as a compliment. If she felt uncomfortable with it, then that's her prerogative. So what do you think? Do you think that she overreacted and should take it as a compliment, or do you think Snoop was over the line? So music streaming services really seem to be the way of the future. You got Tidal just coming out, Spotify, a bunch of different other applications to get your music. Apple's decided to throw their hat into the ring. They revealed this week that they're going to be launching Apple Music. And to roll out the red carpet and talk more about it, they brought out none other than Drake. The big announcement he had was that his next album is going to be released through Apple Music. It's interesting to see Drake going with Apple, because originally he was supposed to be with Jay-Z and Tidal, and Tidal's got, like, of course, that whole stable of artists, and Drake's supposed to be a part of that. And then 2 days before Tidal's supposed to launch, Drake backed out. We now find out it's because he's with Apple, and he's kind of now their main guy there. So he's the Jay-Z to Apple, and Jay-Z is the Jay-Z of Tidal. And it should be interesting to see how this all turns out, because, I mean, obviously both Drake and Jay-Z are cool with each other, but they've got a bit of history. They've got friendly competition, not quite beef, but they are constantly throwing swipes at each other. You know, they're both alphas trying to get the #1 spot in rap, and now it seems like in business as well. So I'm super excited about Straight Outta Compton coming out in August. MC Ren is not as excited about it, or at least he's not as excited about how it's being promoted. If you look at all the trailers and the TV promos for it, you'll see they'll be playing Straight Outta Compton. You know, they have Eazy-E running around with machine guns, Ice Cube saying what he needs to say, Dre producing. You don't see a lot of MC Ren in the commercials. He's saying that he's being misrepresented. They're trying to write him out, rewrite history and say that he wasn't a part of it. So he's very upset with that. I get where he's coming from, because I rewatched the trailers and the commercials and he's not in there at all. Even his name isn't being flashed. They'll show Eazy-E, Ice Cube will flash on the screen, Dr. Dre, and that's it. They have no mention of Yella or Ren. I get why Universal's not doing that. One, they have a limited time, 30-second commercials. They have to put in as much as possible. The three selling points really for this movie are the big names. Eazy-E, who's an icon, Dr. Dre, who's an icon, billionaire, and Ice Cube, who's a super producer, actor, rapper. Those are the names that everyone knows. Like, my family, my parents know who they are, and they don't know anything about hip-hop. But MC Ren, as great as he is, and as underrated as he is not quite a selling point for people outside of, like, the hip-hop circle. So I definitely get where Ren's coming from. As long as he's represented well in the movie, which I think he will be, then everything should be okay. At the same time, on the flip side, I get it sucks. Hollywood's a business, and they're trying to get people in, trying to get asses in the seats. And the way to do that is to promote Ice Cube, Dre, and Eazy-E. Also, Ice Cube and Dr. Dre are producers on it, so they're probably going to want to put themselves in the forefront a little bit. Song of the week is Khalil's song. It's by Scheme featuring BJ, the Chicago Kid, on the hook.
I had a baby boy. That's my pride and joy. And losing him will leave me empty, feelings null and void. I loved him before I saw him, that's just raw and honest. Khalil will never want for nothing, that's his daddy's promise.
This song is a bit of a departure. It's a little lighter than his normal fare, but it doesn't make it any worse. It's a fantastic song. It's dedicated to his son, as you may have guessed. His name is Khalil. He raps about how he loves being a father to him and how much he means to him. I love when artists really kind of just bear it all, when they show something that's really close to their heart. And for Scheme, it's apparent nothing comes closer to him than the love he has for his son. So it's very sweet, but at the same time he stays true to his sound and who he is. Definitely check it out. Jurassic World came out this week. I was super lucky that I got a chance to review it. So the basic premise is that Jurassic World is this super amusement park where all the dinosaurs are living and roaming. They finally worked out all the kinks from the first movie, and it's this giant tourist attraction that was originally envisioned to be. Their new attraction that's going to be unveiled is the Indominus Rex. And it sounds frightening because it is. It's this super hybrid dinosaur that they cooked up in the lab, and it is a super smart dinosaur. It is super violent and super mean, and it uses all three of those qualities to break out of its holding pen and just cause havoc on the rest of the park. So it's up to Chris Pratt, Bryce Dallas Howard, and the rest of the Jurassic World team to contain it and keep everyone from getting eaten. It was a crazy movie. I love the first Jurassic Park. I had high expectations for this movie, but at the same time was prepared for a possible letdown. I was not let down at all. In fact, if anything, it exceeded my expectations. The acting from top to bottom was great. It had such a stacked, solid cast. The special effects were great. The climatic fight scenes at the end were just had you on the edge of your seat. It had everything. It had suspense. It had drama. It had action, comedic moments. And there are a couple parts where it sort of reminded me of a horror movie because you're sitting there and it's supposed to be suspenseful, but these dinosaurs are really kind of monsters. They're like slashers, and they will pop out of nowhere and kill you in a very gruesome manner. I highly recommend it. 3 ticket stubs. Take all your friends to go see it. Try and see it in a big, big crowd. Guys, thank you so much for watching Hip Hop and Movie News. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Leave comments below. Let us know what you think, what you would like to see on the show in the future. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and keep sending in those 15-second submissions, the film reenactment scenes, and the 15-second freestyles. We love seeing them. Our 15-second submissions this week come from Segoyas and The Kevin Effect. And I'll see you next week.
I see dead people.
I keep it moving right away, flowing like some tidal waves, going super sane just to rage on my final stage. Now there's no one that I idolize, cause if you check out just how they sell out, you'll notice that your idols lie.